Now.
And the gold medal game is underway. Germany in the black vests, playing from left to right in this first quarter. Zayn, and there is Monen setting for the first shot, and it rattles in and out, but the offensive rebound gathered by Müller. 24 more seconds for the Germans, and now Annika Zayn, such a key player.
Yeah, been very impressive in this tournament. Hit 25 points against Great Britain in the quarter-final.
And there's Müller, and she misses as well. 0 for 2 so far for Germany. And here come Australia. Their captain, Bridie Keane. Inside towards Crispin, but the German cover is very, very strong at the start. Out to the top of the key. Gauci inside to Crispin. The whistle goes, but the basket is netted. She also drew the foul, so she'll get the chance for an extra point. Gesche Schönman with the first personal foul of the game, and she misses. And Monen is quick there to grasp the defensive rebound.
Just pressured there by Bridie Keane.
And both these teams are anticipating a physical game as the ball is turned over again by Germany. They didn't leave their own half in time.
Yeah, 8-second violation called on Germany. Like you said, it'll be a very physical game, but the Germans are used to that. They come up against that in Great Britain in the quarter-final.
Stewart, a laser pass inside, which wasn't gathered, but the foul will be called. Big night for the referees as well. Adina Müller on Crispin. And now it's Gauci. Crispin again. And plenty of nerves at the start of this game, epitomised by the shooting. Zayn regathers the defensive rebound and then moves forward to support Monen. Schönman streaking forward at the top of your picture, but the captain goes herself inside the paint, into the basket.
Excellent drive from Monen, finds the tight gap, wriggles her way through, hits the layup for Germany's first score.
Australia now with Kylie Gauci. And she's a big rugby league fan, and she says she really enjoys the big hits in that sport. And for her, wheelchair basketball is the closest she can get to that. Stewart went wing to wing, and the offensive rebound is gathered, but not converted by Crispin. And Marina Moen said before this game that the team they call the Gliders will try and destroy them. She said Australia play a tough defence, they like to foul a lot. But Kylie Gauci, who we saw on the ball there, the number 11, said, if they give it to us, we'll give it to them. Now the talking has stopped.
This is what the Australians want. They want Monen up high.
Schönman.
Defended tightly by Bridie Keane. She's doing an excellent job on Monen.
Both teams 1 for 4 so far, field goal conversion. But not now, as Australia ease ahead.
Gauci has that shot in her arsenal. Just finds the gap, takes her time, slows down, pops and hits.
And Germany ended the USA's back-to-back Paralympic success in the semi-final, so they know they can compete with the big nations.
Over and back called on Monen. Just on the tip there, you can see the anti-tip wheel just edging over the halfway line.
And it's a time for clarification for the Australian coach as well, John Triscari. Gauchi's on the ball for the Australians, who've won 2 silvers and a bronze in Paralympic wheelchair basketball. And 4th place at the World Championships in the UK 2 years ago was enough to bring them here. Germany came 2nd in that. And they beat Australia in the semi-finals before losing to the USA, but their nemesis has been well and truly vanquished here at London 2012. And after taking silver in Beijing, they'll be looking to go one better here. Zayn. And it's a very hard press from the Australians so far, but here's Monen. The buzzer goes, and the Germans have got no room to breathe at all.
No, they're absolutely smothering them on the halfway. Managed to get a pass to Monen, but it's a low percentage shot from outside the key, which is what the Australians want.
Gauchi again, just dropping outside the ring. And good pressure there from Monen to prevent the offensive rebound, leading to a basket. Sarah Stewart there, wearing number 13 for Australia, combines her sporting career with that of a maths teacher. And that's a good turn inside the paint from Crispin. But Monen recovers the ball for Germany. And they've not been able to get their guards, Muller and Zayn, really moving as a unit so far. Adaman, and that's inside, and that's what they do so well. The 7 and 8, Muller and Zayn. Zayn this time. Early days. And nothing between these two sides, but that's a good response from Gauchi.
That was poor from Zayn there. She left Gauchi. She knows she can hit that shot. Just went to cover. But Gauchi was very confident from the high post.
Monen. And Muller and Zayn do a very good job of breaking between the lines up towards the key. But it's going to be difficult for them tonight on the evidence of what we've seen so far. Monen. Not in time. And not anywhere near the ring either. And the Australians bring Amber Merritt into the game. Her boyfriend Sean Norris is a key man in the Australian male wheelchair basketball side. And they've got a big day tomorrow as well. Hill. Katie Hill scores her first points. On the assist from Gauchi this time. And the first chink of daylight between either side. Adaman, one of a number of players in the German team who previously played able-bodied basketball, but after serious knee injuries chose to take up the wheelchair version of the sport. She injured her anterior cruciate ligament 4 times. And she, Monen and Friedrich are among those who had to quit the able-bodied version of the sport due to knee injuries. Monen into traffic, finding Zayn. Doesn't drop this time. Monin regathers though.
Found the gap again, Zayn. Good work by them two, Monin and Zayn.
And it's stolen by Merritt, who was actually born in England before moving to Perth and now plays for the Western Stars. And Adaman with their first personal foul. Gauci, the top scorer in the game so far. Not. Takes it very well.
Yeah, she was left with no option there. She had a screen, took her time. She was looking for the inside pass, but took it herself and did very well.
Not a 1.0 classification player. All these players are numbered between 1 and 4.5. The higher the number, the lower the level of physical impairment, and no more than 14 points can be on the court at any one time. Adaman into the paint. But she was fouled on the way through. Shelley Chaplin just catching up. And a timeout is called by Germany, with Australia 6 points clear. Paralympic.org is the place to watch all the action here between now and the conclusion of the games on Sunday. And you can talk about the American collapse against the Dutch in the bronze medal game, or how this game may go, on facebook.com/Paralympic Games or on Twitter @Paralympic.
You be inside, okay? You be inside. Kylie be outside, looking at the 45 shot, right? That means you're running the middle part. Try not to get Amber on the change. Let Amber and Claire work. Let's go, girls.
So what's the plan, coach?
Looks like John Tishdari wants a 45-degree angle shot off the backboard. Wants a screen from Katie Hill. She did fantastic on the last screen.
Adaman snaps the streak of 6 unanswered points for Australia. And brings Germany back within 4. And Germany will have really started to believe when they knocked out the United States, as Gauci misses on this occasion, gathered by Monin. In their opening game, they beat them 54-48 to really send out a message. And then in the quarter-final, 55-44 against Great Britain, although in truth the game was a lot closer than that before that 3-point win over the bronze medalists, the Netherlands. Adaman. Good shot again.
Kisses it off the glass, Adaman. Very good stroke. Got her angle, got her chair right. Faced the basket, knocked it in off the glass.
4 quick points from her.
Yeah, the Germans don't seem to have a lot of inside options, so they're being forced to take that outside shot. So they'll look to Adaman for that 45-degree angle.
Joanna Valen there was upended for Germany in mid-court, but the chance was missed anyway by Merritt. Sarah Vinci has come into the game for Australia, replacing Claire Knott. Monin. That's good play. Adaman 6 in a row for her.
Yeah, Adaman found a pick opportunity on the far side, got through for the layup. Tied game now. Much better play from the Germans.
And she's taken her team from 10-4 down to 10-10. Chaplin. Hill. That's too much of Gauci there. A timeout is called by Australia. With the scores tied. We had a tied first quarter in the bronze medal game before the Dutch then ran away with it against the Germans. And Holger Klinicki always looks like a man who has the troubles of his world on the shoulders, but he gets the best out of his players.
Yeah, he's an authoritarian figure. Very coach that loves his discipline, but you can see the offense just slightly improving now.
It's been a nervous start. Australia 5 for 13, 38% field goal conversion. The Germans 4 for 11, 36%. But they have scored both of their free throws, courtesy of Marieke Adaman. Zayn. Germans looking to finish the quarter in the lead. Monen, they might. 8 unanswered points from Germany. But there's still time, and there's definitely time now for Chaplin, but she misses. Gathered by Muller. And Breuer finding the player who really makes them tick. Zayn. 10 points in a row.
Yeah, great play from the Germans. Zayn fakes the pass, see that they went to cover Adaman and took the layup herself. Right choice there.
A three-pointer from the Australians, but it doesn't connect. And Germany came back strongly there, very, very strongly.
Yeah, they saw the Australians were forcing them out very well. Great strong defense, particularly on the halfway in the early stages. But they looked for that outside shot, particularly Adaman kissing it off the glass, and then Moinen finding the space on the baseline to stroke through. A nice 2 on the baseline. Germany lead 14-10. Very close game.
But they came back well there, Germany. And they managed to find some space through that defence of Australia very, very quickly. The first half of the quarter, if you like, was the Australians bottling up the middle, but the longer it went on, the more they began to be pulled apart.
Yeah, because the Germans figured out a game plan. They tried to pick on either side of the court, and Adaman got free and then hit a layup. And that's sometimes what's wrong with a half-court press. If you do it for too long, it works, it shakes the Germans, but then the play starts to come together, they get the picks, they get the layups, and that's why the Germans are ahead, plus some great outside shots.
Massive crowd here inside the North Greenwich Arena. And the Germans outscoring the Australians so far. 33% from the Australians, 5 for 15. And that really is the key stat as far as they're concerned. Joanna Valen starting alongside her captain, Marina Mohan. Valen, born in Sweden, and started playing wheelchair basketball following a snowboarding accident. Here's not for Australia. The whistle goes before the shot was taken. And it will go against Annabel Breuer.
Just comes across and catches the push rims.
Oh, and it's missed, but recovered well.
Wow. Bumped on the foul.
Kobe Crispin with the rebound, the point, and she'll now try and come back for a third.
They had to box out there. That's poor boxing out from Adaman. She needs to get in front of Crispin. Crispin able to get the rebound, but not the extra shot off the foul.
And now the Germans moving sweetly forward again. Monen. Zayn. Have to hurry. To wing, but Adaman won't get the ball away in time.
Yeah, push the Germans out again. They don't want to be near that sideline. They have to get closer. They don't want to be pushed out.
Australia looking to level the scores here. Chaplin. That was short. And it's amazing how many times Marina Mohan comes away with the ball for Germany. Valen. It's just mishandled there by Zayn. Monen. Adaman. Zayn's there. A high bouncing ball. She gets it back. Adaman again. And this time Merritt steals.
Got to convert that, Adaman. Got to take your time. You have 3 seconds to turn, put the ball up, but no need to rush.
And here's Merritt
Just
going down.
balance.
And going down very hard there. I thought it was wheelchair rugby for a second there, but she went down without any German near her. Sees the funny side of it.
No, she just loses her balance slightly. You can see the smile on her face as she goes down.
I think it was a grimace at first before the smile. Here's Zayn. Looking for somebody to make the angle ahead of her. Breuer.
Gap found. Nope, doesn't want the ball.
Underneath it's Adaman. And that's good work.
Yeah, good work, good patience from Zayn. Use Valen as a dummy.
And now the Germans are back very quickly. There's no Australian player inside the paint at the moment. And the opportunity for the screen is not really there, but here's Merritt.
Yeah, like they said in one previous timeout, they want that 45-degree shot. Very confident shooters from that angle. They have the Australians.
Zayn makes the space and finds the basket.
Yeah, there's also a player who has a very confident shot. She did that against Great Britain and in previous group games. If she has the space and time, she can knock them down.
Not all the way on her own to the top of the key, but she doesn't find the finish. Monen beating Merritt to it. And the Australians now down to 32% their field goal conversion, 6 for 19. Zayn. Crispin with the defensive rebound.
Yeah, the curl wasn't there, so they went for the screen instead, but Zayn unlucky that time.
Oh, they were going for the pick and roll, but she only found Monen.
Yeah.
Adaman. Shot clock heading towards 10 seconds. And Adaman loses the ball. Fast and furious at the moment. And not too many
stuff.
Not too many points being scored. Another Australian goes flying before the basket from Sarah Vinci.
Great drive from Shelley Tapnin and skip past to Vinci.
And the captain for Germany, while you're watching the Australians, Amber Merritt there. She just still has the suffering from that bump on the head.
Yeah, she'll just take a breather. She'll be back shortly, though.
Marina Monen's gone off for the Germans, replaced by Gesche Schönmann, wearing number 10 at the top of your picture. Zayn. Schönmann had the screen but couldn't find the basket. And now Crispin.
Oh.
Adamant catching her from behind, and Crispin can see the funny side.
Crispin just too fast for Monen, but she can't get out the way. It often happens in basketball when you've got a fast player like that.
Monen back in the game for Adamant, the top scorer so far with 8 points. Gauci. Misses again. Chaplin.
Yeah, they didn't spot Chaplin coming around the back there. They were too busy waiting for the ball to drop. It drops to Chaplin, and she converts the basket.
Here's Schönmann. That field goal percentage for Australia remains fairly poor.
Australia have gone back to the press. Let's see if it does them any good as they try to pull this back. It's only 2 points in it.
And Claire Knott has conceded the personal foul on Marina Monen. There is Monen. Oh, seems to have time to set herself.
Yes, she's now back on the floor. Confident stroke. Nails the long two.
4-point game now. Over halfway in the second quarter. Chaplin. Schönmann with the defensive rebound for the Germans.
Zayn free on the layup.
And we see that so often.
Executed perfectly once again. Seen that play so many times in the first half.
Bodies go tumbling again inside the German paint. And it's Annika Zayn. As Katie Hill turned the ball over there. Zayn and Crispin. And it was Zayn who came a cropper. And it's been a very tight second quarter so far. Being edged by the Germans, 8-6. Zayn. Monen. And the Australians have bodies there under the hoop to pick up the defensive rebound. And now Gauci needs support. Crispin heading into traffic without the ball. Doesn't make the basket.
Yeah, they couldn't find a way through, so they had to switch up on the screen. But couldn't hit that time.
Valen. Monan. That's her reach again, that's so important.
Good strength from Monan, yeah, very good strength. Held it up high, didn't bring it down. Forest the hands, repositioned, and had the 2 points.
And that lead is growing. A 8-point lead now. At the moment, it's Europe's night here at the North Greenwich Arena. Holland overcoming the USA in the bronze medal game, and Germany on top here, but a long way to go. And Gauci drawing the foul from Monan. But then, the ball's been turned over. What did the referee see there?
I think it was a 5-second inbound call, Nigel. They have 5 seconds to inbound the ball and they couldn't find an option.
So that's careless from the Australians. And Valen will try and make them pay here. Monan and Sherman both on the field now. But that won't count. Gauci has been charged with a personal foul on Sherman. Monan. Valen. This time Zayn was forced away from the basket, but she finds Monan as time expired. But Valen picks up the rebound. That's smart play.
Second chance point for Germany. Nobody picked her up, undetected. Now double-digit lead. Very impressive start to the second quarter.
The whistle goes again. Australia will get the foul. Bridie Keane, and it's a 2-pointer attempt for her. Breuer just with a push in the chest there. And she gets one of them.
Yeah, it was deemed an unsportsmanlike foul. They'll get possession after this as well.
And a timeout call by Australia. And John Triscari here will need some words. His team 9 points behind with just over 2 minutes to play. And Holger Glanicki has seen his team cope extremely well with the Australian tactics early on. And at the moment, they are in the ascendancy.
He looks very happy with Valen. She's done excellent work in these last few minutes.
Look at the penetration. No penetration, ball movement. Okay? Make the ball move there, and we will get the gap. Okay? That's different stuff.
Make the ball do the work.
Yeah. Move the ball around, create the gaps, shuffle the defense, then penetrate. That's where they'll get their points, says John Tishkari.
At the moment, it's been a bit straight up from Australia. They're trying to crowd the central area of the court. They're not really finding too much joy there.
No. They need to go out wide, try and work the screen if they can on the 45-degree angle, or try and get a curl on the high post. That's worked well for them as well.
Stewart Goes wing to wing. And inside, the chance is spurned. Sarah Vinci, but Crispin gets it back and she misses as well.
Just wouldn't drop. Great hustle from Crispin though.
And now Monin. This game racing towards half-time. Zayn. And Schönman. The shot clock's about to expire, going for three! Not too far away. It's regathered by Breuer. Zayn inside the paint, into traffic, and she misses as well.
Off the back iron. But there was a huge gap which Zayn exploited.
Keane. Gauchi. And Monin regathers again. And Germany looking to finish this half on the attack. Australia have now not scored for 5 minutes. 8 unanswered points from Germany. Zayn, bit of a slingshot pass in the end. And Australia get it back and they're looking to get things moving here. Crispin.
Monin clearly not happy. Where was her help? She was all on her own, nothing she could do about it. Crispin having a fantastic game down low. She was unlucky last time, makes up for it this time.
And a timeout called by Germany, who still hold that 7-point lead. And there may only be 7 seconds to go, but it could be 7 big seconds if Germany can get more points. An 8-point lead, or rather a 9-point lead, heading towards the half-time dressing room will give them a massive boost.
Yeah, very impressive recovery from the Germans after being rattled early on by the Australian half-court pressure. Found the gaps, found their shots, and executed perfectly.
Germany start again.
The pressure's back on.
Schönman going for three. And that's the end of the first half in the gold medal game. Germany have the lead, but not quite in control yet. They've outscored Australia in the opening 2 quarters. And they lead 26-19. And Australia will need to work on their shooting. 9 for 28 so far, 32%. John Triscari will be disappointed at how much inefficiency they've shown around the key. Germany 12 for 29, 41%. And they've also scored both of their free throws. For Australia, it's only 1 from 6. Yeah. And Australia have not done the simple things well enough.
Yeah, they need to execute their second chance points. Crispin had a second chance point, just wouldn't drop, but needs to not rush the shot, but take your time, hold it up high. Free throw points are very important in this type of game. They'll be costly if they're missed, but excellent pressure from the Australians early on at the halfway. That rattled the Germans, but they soon figured it out. Pick and roll on either side. Moinen got through, Adaman got through, and punished them with a layup. Zayn found a couple of gaps. She executed well. And they're working fantastically as a unit now, the Germans.
So the Australians have work to do here in the second half if they want to claim their first Paralympic gold medal. Monen helped out by Adamant, who contributed 8 points in that first half and helped to turn around the situation for Germany when they were trailing 10-4 in the first quarter. And that was Adamant.
Been very key in this half for Germany. Zayn being patient with the ball, very good point guard vision. And she has executed a couple of shots from the top of the key herself.
Kobe Crispin, the top scorer, with 6 points so far for Australia. But they've been outshone. 8 points for Adamant, also for Zayn and Monen. But Crispin came up with the final basket right on half-time. And at half-time, Germany lead 26-19.
I'll tell you what, we get better